Hello, Jimmy Jam Oracle here, and welcome to my channel. Remember, we welcome the spirits as well. We ask for their help. And today we're doing Hungryfatchick candy. I think I'm going to do a quick 7-card spread for her. I like to do her every once in a while, just I don't know, just take a little peek. The last 2 reads I did for her ended the same, where like she's going to end up alone, but let's do a 7-card read for her and see if any of that has changed, because remember, the future is fluid. Things change, things pop up. And hang on, let me wake up. There you go, knock on the deck. Alright, do one more good shuffle and we'll get started. And what's been going on with Candy? I think she's back on her health journey, I think. I don't know, it's been a minute. I know she, like, her hip is out. Move that a little bit, okay. Oh yeah, she's supposed to get a scan done on her hip. I think she finally figured out a ride to get there. Let's hope everything's okay. And like I said, let's go ahead and get started. We have the first card. It is in the past position. What do we have? We have the Page of Swords. It says deception, manipulation, all talk, haste, haphazard action, and self-expression. Alright, it's interesting for Candy. People like Candy, for the most part. The deception and the manipulation, I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure Candy has always been pretty straightforward. Maybe it's the all talk. Like, she does keep talking about, like, eating better and, you know, finally losing the weight and getting, like, her mobility back and stuff. Maybe that's the all talk. I don't know. This is in the past position. I don't know. I don't get too deep into Candy's lore. So if this is describing an event or a part of her life that I just haven't seen or heard of, then, you know, let me know in the comments below. Alright, so we have the present, which is number 2. Ooh, we have the Hermit. Ah, she's alone. It says soul-searching, introspection, contemplation, wisdom, truth-seeking, being alone, independence, inner guidance, meditation, and consciousness. Alright, so she's alone. And the thing is, I've gotten the Hermit for her before, so that's perfect. And it's dead on because Red left, I think, a few weeks ago, something like that. But he's definitely gone, which was planned. He was supposed to have left, so yeah. But yeah, like, I was just saying, like, he wasn't like kicked out or like there was some sort of falling out. Like, he left because it was just his time. Okay, so we have the third card, which is what is helping. So what's aiding the current situation right now? Her being alone. It's the 3 of Wands. It is reversed as playing small, lack of planning, lack of foresight, unexpected delays, obstacles to long-term goals. Yeah, definitely especially the obstacles to long-term goals. I think like this being alone is stopping her from like going out anymore, because Red was taking her to her appointments. And like I said, I think she found someone to take her to an appointment, but I don't know like how long that's going to last or how often that's going to be. But the lack of planning too, like, again, this is the what is helping the current situation, and I think that is in it as well. She's alone because she didn't really plan for what would happen when Red left. And even like the unexpected, I don't know why it would be unexpected, but we have delays in here, and I think like she keeps putting things off because she is alone. Like, she just literally just doesn't have anyone to help her to get to these appointments. All right, so let's move on to the 4th card, which is the obstacle card. It is the 5 of Swords. It's upright. It says conflict, disagreements, competition, defeat, winning at all costs, sneakiness, bullies, theft, and abusive relationships. Huh. That is really strange because Candy doesn't have this kind of drama, as far as I know. does say defeat. And that one really kind of scares me because it's the sword. So swords often are some sort of struggle or like defensive. So you're either fighting or you're defending when there's a sword involved. And this one seems to be a fighting one. And then there's defeat. I just wonder if it's Candy's fear of being defeated by her own addiction. Because it also says winning at all costs. And it just makes me wonder, like, what is she willing to do? Or, like, what is she lacking that would keep her, like, from winning over, like, her own mobility, you know? Like, I just wonder if the conflict is the conflict with herself. You know, like this disagreement, this defeat, this fight that this card is implying is within herself. And then that is her ultimate obstacle. Because I don't honestly think she fought too much with Red. I very much think he was a bit of a yes man, for the most part, probably. And it did seem like he helped her out quite a bit. So I think that's like an internal fight. But let's go ahead and go to the fifth card, which is the attitudes of others. So this is how somebody on the outside sees her. We have the Magician. He's upright. It says action, creation, manifestation, power, self-confidence, clarity, willpower, skill, and creativity. Okay. So someone sees Candy as someone who is taking action. Like maybe she is trying to get her health back in order. Creation, manifestation makes me think, excuse me, sorry about that. It makes me think they know about her YouTube channel, and they know that she has like the ability to create something positive, I guess, or at the very least, like she can create. Maybe they see her as being confident and having the willpower and creativity. Creativity is in there. So yeah, definitely like the self-confidence and the willpower. Like someone in her life does see her as someone who is emotionally strong. And you know what? I do see it in Candy sometimes when she comes on camera. And this one does talk about bullies as well. She comes on camera and she starts talking about, you know, people can tell her this and people can tell her that, but she's gonna do what she does. Like she can be a very like strong-minded person. So I don't think the Magician is out of place here. I think Candy has what it takes to create her own future, and I think she just needs to learn to tap into it. That's all. Okay, so then we have the sixth card. So this is the advice of the spirits. It's what the questioner should do. And then we're gonna find out what kind of spirit she got. See if it's good advice. Oh, we have the Eight of Pentacles. As reverse, it says self-development, perfectionism, misdirected activity, no passion, uninspired, and no motivation. How would this be advice? It's terrible advice. No, I don't think it is. I think what they're implying with the self-development is that like pretty much what I said, like she has what it takes emotionally, mentally, but I think she is her greatest obstacle. And I think that's what this conflict, she is her own obstacle. And it's what's causing her to have like this no passion, the uninspired, no motivation. Even like the perfectionism a little bit, like again, that can be very like internal problem. Because there are some people who are perfectionists, but what happens is that when they can't perfect something, when they can't do something the way they had envisioned it, they'll just stop midway through. They won't finish it out. Because like if it's not going to be perfect, then why bother? And with sorry, I hit the camera. And then what happens is that they end up having to start all over again, or even like they fail and they let it go, and then somewhere down the line they try to restart it. And it does seem like Candy is very good at like starting things, but she taps out midway, and I think it does have a lot to do with this perfectionism. And I think this isn't so much the spirits giving Candy advice. I think they're just letting her know what the problem is. Which sometimes, all you really need to know is what the problem is. All right, everyone's favorite card, the outcome card, is the Five of Cups. It is reversed. This is acceptance, moving on, finding peace, personal setbacks, and self-forgiveness. All right, this card has me a little bit concerned because here in the present position, we have just a man standing alone, looking forlorn in the Hermit. And then again, we have another lone figure just standing alone with their head down, looking forlorn. So it feels alone. It feels empty to me. It does say acceptance and moving on, finding peace. Moving on and finding peace. We can speculate like is she gonna pass away? Which I hope not. I don't know why my mind went to that first. But it does say self-forgiveness as well. Like maybe this in the past is really what's affecting all of this now. Like this manipulation, the deception. Something happened in her past that she must find self-forgiveness for. And according to like this being in the future, the outcome position, like maybe she does end up forgiving herself for it. And I hope so. Candy seems like a nice lady. But I think that, I don't know, it feels done. I don't know why. Because sometimes I go on and I keep reading, but like, I don't know. This feels like this is what the spirits have to say. And the last card does, again, like give me some concern. Because I do get like this bad feeling about, maybe I should. Okay, hang on. I don't know. I feel like it's done. Sometimes when you're pulling cards, like you get that instinct of like, yeah, I'm done. I'm over. The spirits are over it. All right, but let's see real quick if they really are. Strength reversed. Oh, we have the Devil. And we have, I don't know why I sung that. We have the Nine of Cups. It's reversed. So we have inner strength, self-doubt. That's what I've been talking about. Weakness, insecurity, low energy, raw emotion, struggle, and pride. Then we have the Devil. I usually consider the Devil to be like an addiction card, especially when talking about girls of Girl World, because like that's their main vice is the food addiction. But yeah, it even talks about like destructive behavior and like the attachment addiction. And then we have this last card. Lack of inner joy, smugness, dissatisfaction, indulgence, materialism, and inner happiness. So it's funny these are together because we talk about indulgence and then we talk about like temptation. So it seems like, does she indulge in her I'm sorry, I got distracted. Does she indulge in her addiction? Is it going to lead to this lack of inner joy? I don't know. This one, it did have like a positiveness about the acceptance and moving on. But it does, when I said it had like kind of a negative feel to it, even though the card is positive, like I think they're all negative. They're all pretty negative. And it makes me think that I was right to think that this was more towards like what I was thinking about the figure standing alone, mourning. Like let's look at it right side up. Someone with their head down, clearly like mourning the loss of the spilled cups. That's what the picture is supposed to represent. But like I feel sad when I look at that, and I think this is kind of like clarifying, like maybe the self-forgiveness, maybe, I don't know. And I just wonder if, like, if the spirits were just trying to tell me, yeah, no, she's going to end up alone. But they had already used the hermit card. You know? Because sometimes they do that. Like, it's more about the image versus the actual, like, words on the card. It's like the feeling it gives you. So it seems like no happy endings for Hungryfatchick. Or maybe, like, that's just me. I don't know. The spirits don't seem to think so, though. Because we have dissatisfaction. Then we have, like, low energy. Materialism shows up twice. So in a way, like, I think she does put money first. That's what this would kind of imply. Like, or like money does have something to do with her ending. And to be honest with you, that's the way it is for all the girls. Because they don't want to stop what they're doing. Oh no, the candle. Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay. Yeah. We're calling it. The candle is fine, by the way. The candle is fine. Nothing, I didn't spill nothing. It was a tall enough candle and the wax was low enough. It just scared me. I cannot be trusted around candles, apparently. I can't believe that happened. Alright, we'll do your intuition pull, and I'm calling it. Because now it's gotten risky. Alright, this is the part where I pull a card for you intuitively. To think of a person, situation, question you might have. And I'll try to hone in on it. I'm feeling this right here. This little stack. Alright, what did you get? Oh, we got the Seven of Pentacles. He is reversed. It says, lack of long-term vision, limited success or rewards, work without results, and distractions. This might be from the distractions part. That was very distracting when I knocked over my candle. Lack of long-term vision, limited success or reward. It just seems like maybe the advice here is just to, look to the future. And limited success or rewards, like, that doesn't mean no success or rewards. It just means you're not going to get as much as you thought you would or thought as you deserved. Again, and it falls kind of like the work without the results. So, like, you're putting in something and you don't feel like you're quite getting back what you should. So maybe you should rethink a career or a project that you're currently doing right now. That's what it seems like the advice are telling, the spirits are advising you. All right. I'm good, you guys. Sorry about that. So I hope, remember, we thank the spirits for being here today. And I thank you for tolerating this right now. And I hope you have a great day.